And hello! Okay, let's see if this is working. Is my sound too loud? I hope it's not too loud. And my model is being weird again. Okay, it's not being weird anymore. Okay, YouTube, come on YouTube. Come on, connect. Like, the moment I start, all the viewers waiting are suddenly not waiting anymore. Suddenly they're all gone. Isn't it so weird? Like, dude, you got what you were waiting for. Were you only here for the waiting, or maybe I was just taking too long? I guess I was probably just taking too long. Anywho, today in this stream, we are going to do something a little different. It's my anniversary, so I've gained a new magical girl form, my super form. This is called the anniversary form. Do you like it? I've got like a new hair texture and new eyes and a new dress and stuff, and I really like it. I don't know, I might make some changes to my ordinary model too. I don't know, maybe. It just feels a little plain sometimes. Anywho, today we are going to be reading some stuff I used to... Okay, so when I was a little kid, I used to dictate stuff to my parents, and then they would write it down, and we would make like these little books, which were basically, a bunch of sheets of paper folded in half and then stapled, and so they would be little books, and then sometimes I would write plays and act them out with my stuffed animals. It was all very cute, but it made no sense, because none of the stories had any, plot or anything. So I'm going to be doing dramatic readings of the most interesting ones I could find. Some of the more interesting ones I couldn't find. I guess they've been lost to the sands of time, Like, there was this one called The Crystal Egg, but I don't know where it went. It's so weird. Anywho, the first one we're going to be reading... Is my sound alright? I really hope my sound's okay. Oh cool, you're gonna do a lurk. Thank you, Ebron guy. Okay, let's see. First story, it's called Ruby Goes Shopping. I know, it's kind of a generic title, but I wasn't very creative as a kid. Okay, let's get started. Table of Contents. Afghar, Olivia. Chapter 1, Ruby Goes Shopping. Yeah, all the chapters, okay. I've actually got the physical book in my hands. It's pretty cool. Chapter 1, Ruby Goes Shopping. One day, Ruby decided to go shopping for some vegetables and fruit. It was all fresh. Chapter 2, Ruby walks home. Then she took her bag of vegetables and fruit and walked home. It was far, but it was a pretty walk. Chapter 3, Ruby eats a cake. Ruby falls down, then just gets back up again and bakes a cake. It was a raspberry cake. That sounds like a good cake. It gets more interesting than this, I promise. Chapter 4, Ruby Drink Milk. Not Ruby Drinks Milk, it's just Ruby Drink Milk. One day, Ruby decided to go to town and went to the library, and they gave her milk and salty crackers. Thank you. Chapter 5, Ruby sits down. After Ruby got home from the library, she was tired, so she sat down right there. And the little book has a little picture of Ruby sitting down. Right there. Chapter 6, Ruby goes through a fence. Once upon a time, Ruby decided to go home. So they went through a fence in her car. Chapter 7, Ruby's Candle. Here comes the drama, guys. One day, Ruby's friend came over, and Ruby was at her house, and she found a candle shaped like a L, and she said, "This is my candle." And her friend said, "No, it's not, it's my candle." So they flopped to their mommies, and they said, "It's Ruby's candle because it says Ruby on it." There is a sign on it, and it says Ruby. And her friend said, "No, it doesn't say that. It says it's Afghar's candle." Her friend's name was Afghar. Then they wrote a book, and Afghar said, "It's my book." But Ruby said, "No, it's not. It's my book." Then they went up high to their grandma and grandpa's house and to their class. And then Afghar went back home in his car. Weird. Afghar's a boy here, but Ruby Goes is like an epic saga. I wrote many Ruby Goes books. I'll only be reading a few of them here. Like Ruby Goes to Egypt, Ruby Goes to Ireland, all sorts of books. But, Afghar's a girl. I don't know why he's a guy here. I don't know. Well, I'm not judging. And so then my mom inserted this at the end. to give a positive lesson. Then Ruby went to Afkar's house where they learned to share and became friends again. Yeah, my mom totally put that in. Chapter 8. This is the weird one. Ruby goes down steps. One day, a bad guy put Ruby and Afkar in a bag and in a suitcase, and they put something in their mouth that he said was good. And then they put something on the box with a little bit of water and put it on the counter with the words, "You are a bad guy. You will stay there, and tomorrow a nice guy will take you and give you a nice bath." Chapter 9. Ruby looks. One day, after a nice guy took them out of a bag with water, and the next day the bad guy would come and do the same thing all over again. Ruby looks at the crossing signal with words. Chapter 10. Play-Doh. Then the bad guy, whose name was Bad Guy, put her back into her house at the side of the lake. Then she heard Afkar come over, and they played with Play-Doh, and they picked blueberries to make pie, and vegetables for a fresh salad with dressing on it. The end. Okay, that's one down. Oh, why is my face doing that? Why is my face doing that? YouTuber models, it's weird. Now, next book. Ruby goes shopping. Again! It's it's sort of like an epic saga, but this is like the main trilogy. I'm not going to include like Ruby Goes Bowling, Ruby Goes, any of that in there. Number 1. Ruby's new glasses. One day, Ruby had to go to the eye doctor for her eye checkup. The doctor said that Ruby needed glasses, so she bought them at the eyeglass store, and they were rainbow. Chapter 2. Going shopping again. After that, Ruby decided that she needed some food. Why is my face doing that? Jeez. All that she had was a rotten potato right now. So Ruby got into the store and got fresh strawberries and zucchini. Chapter 3. The Elegant Diamond Ring. On the way back, Ruby spotted an elegant diamond ring in the window of a store. She bought it. Chapter 4. Ruby trades. Then Ruby saw Afkar holding a book she wanted. He said, "Let's trade." And quicker than she could remind herself that the only thing she had was the diamond ring, her ring was gone. Chapter 5. Ruby's Song. Ruby wanted to write a song to trade to get her ring back. Here's the song. La la la, my little pony, so short, so long, this song is gone. There's a crystal we have to find. Yeah, I wasn't very good at writing songs as a little kid. Yeah, and that's Ruby's song. Chapter 6. The Stairs That Stole Ruby's Song. Ruby was going downstairs, but then one of the stairs had an arm and stole her song. It was written down. Ruby said, "Oh!" Chapter 7. Ruby writes her song again in green marker. So she wrote her song again in green marker. She went to Afkar's house, but the ring had been traded to a jewelry store for a cheetah's head. Like a cheetah? Like the head of an actual cheetah? That's a little weird. That's a little weird, little loon. Chapter 8. Ruby reads. Chapter 8. Ruby reads, sorry. Ruby thinks, how can I get my ring back? I know I can buy it, but how will I get the money? I just have a few dollars left. So Ruby was thinking about it while she read the book. Chapter 9. Ruby eats the food she shopped for. Ruby made a strawberry and zucchini salad and then ate it. It was delicious. She liked it so much that she had 40ths of the salad. Chapter 10. Globagloo goes shopping. You see, Globagloo is Ruby's little sister. I don't know why her name is Globagloo. It's kind of nonsensical, but it's okay. Why is my face... why do I keep going into a glare? I'm not glaring, you stupid model. Stupid BC face. I'm just gonna keep my eyebrows up. Nope, can't do that. Okay. Jeez! Never mind. I'll just stare like this. Or not. And my computer is so tired even though I'm barely doing anything. It's so weird. Anyway, Chapter 10. Globagloo goes shopping. Ruby decided to make her own store. It was an outdoor store. Globagloo bought everything in the store. Now Ruby had enough money to buy the ring. To be continued. Okay, it's time. Book 3. Ruby goes bankrupt. Bum bum bum. Chapter 1. Going to the jewelry store. Ruby rushed to the jewelry store. When she got there, she had so much money that she bought 3 other things. Rookie mistake. Chapter 2. Buying a birthday gift. It was Globagoo's birthday, and Ruby's mother made her buy Globagoo a present. But Ruby had so little money that she could only afford to buy her a box of tissues. Chapter 3. The Big Fight. Globagoo had her party at 5-year-old fun. Ruby said, I turned 7 on January 1st, and I think that place is too little for me. So Globagoo said, well, for that, you might as well go to Toddler Fun Zone. I don't know where either of these places are. And so they got into a big fight and scheduled a boxing match. And Globagoo was going to have a big boxing champion on her side because she got tissues for her birthday. Pow! Ruby had to get out of that boxing match. She climbed out a tree and dressed as an Indian. Okay, this is getting weird. Then she saw some more Indians camping in the tree. Real Indians. She tried to get away from them. Because, I don't know, I guess Ruby was racist. But they pulled her to the fire with a lasso. Why did I write this? 5. Ruby meets bad guy again. Sitting among those Indians all dressed up in a cloak was, wait for it, bad guy. Ruby was so startled she fell out of the tree. Chapter 6. You might as well think Ruby is dead, but she isn't. Ruby woke up in the hospital. A nurse told her that she had broke her arm and a cast would cost $1. But Ruby didn't have any money, so Ruby's mother paid the money. But then suddenly, pow, Globagoo and the champion were boxing Ruby in her hospital bed. Ruby fell back asleep. I wrote the rest on my own a long time later. Chapter 8. Globagoo goes down steps. Then bad guy put Ruby and Globagoo in a bag and in a suitcase, and he put something in their mouth that he said was good. And then they put something on their box with a little bit of water and put it on the counter with the words, You are a bad guy. You will stay there, and tomorrow a nice guy will take you and give you a nice bath. And that happened. Chapter 9. Jail. Bad guy went to jail for kidnapping a napping kid. The jail was right there. Chapter 10. Ruby gets money. Ruby started getting allowance. Soon she had $3.50. Chapter 11. A carefree day. Ruby spent the next day playing with Oliver and Afghar. She felt carefree. Chapter 11. Ruby turns 8. Ruby's birthday was fun. She had a party. She made vanilla cupcakes. She had a piñata. She got a book from Oliver and a candle from Afghar. It was the candle they had argued over. Globagoo gave her a new pet cow. Where's the piñata? Then, so you see, in the book Ruby Goes, another Ruby Goes book I wrote that I didn't really read here, because, I didn't know how much I would have time for. So Ruby, she gets a pet cow for her birthday. I don't know why, it's just like a pet cow. And then, they don't even live on a farm or anything, it's so weird. And then Globagoo skins and eats the cow as a baby. Like why? Why did I write that? I was such a weird kid. Chapter 12. Ruby names her cow. Ruby didn't know what to name it. Then she saw Globagoo. She named her cow Holy Cow! With the exclamation point. Chapter 13. Funny Faces. Ruby and Afghar rode Holy Cow to the jail. They made funny faces at bad guy. Chapter 14. Not again! Ruby's mother was pregnant. She wanted a boy, but she got an x-ray and it looked like a girl. Not again! Cried Ruby. The end, for real. Well, at least she's not bankrupt anymore. Okay, now we've got some plays. And then after the plays, more books, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's see. The first play is called Sad Doggies Travel to Paris. So we've got some parts in the play. The characters are called Ice Cream Octopus, Penguin Genius, The Last Unicorn, Sad Doggy, and Fahuja. I don't know. Yeah, I made Fahuja up, but she's a flamingo. Remember that. Sad Doggy. I wish I could go to Paris. Hey, it's just a flight to England, then to Europe, then to France, and then to the city of Paris. Plane tickets, please. Yeah, I didn't really know how travel worked back then, but anyway. Narrator. Meanwhile, on the way to England, Sad Doggy. Oh man, the plane sunk. Ice Cream Octopus. Hey, don't be so sad. I'll help you to England. Both thing. Just keep going south. Just keep going south. Penguin Genius. Hey, what's a dog doing in Antarctica? Sad Doggy. I guess I went too far south. Penguin Genius. Oh, you want to go to England? Well, all you have to do is keep going north until you reach England. Sad Doggy. Just keep going north. Just keep going north. Ice Cream Octopus. Hey, you're going the wrong way. I guess he doesn't want to go to England anymore. Sad Doggy. Hey, this is it. England. Now I'm going to fly to Europe. Hey, where did I land? Fahuja. You landed in Italy. Would you like to get some seafood? Just pick out from this lake. I don't think a lake counts as seafood. Like, it has to be from the sea, Fahuja. Sad Doggy. Hey, I pick out frogs. Hey, stop bothering me. Fahuja. Now I'll be flapping on my way. Sad Doggy. Well, all I need now is to go to France. Last Unicorn. Where do you want to go in France? Sad Doggy. Paris. One spell later. Ice Cream Octopus. Surprise, I have a helmet filled with water. I've never been on land before. Would you like an ice cream cone? It's delicious. Penguin Genius. Surprise, I'm tired of cold weather. I'm thinking of shedding my feathers. Don't think that would be a good idea. Fahuja. I'm on vacation from Italy. The Last Unicorn. Surprise, I'm also on vacation from Italy. Epilogue. Sad Doggy. Hey, maybe I could go really north. Plane tickets, please. Okay, I'm going north now. Polar Bear. Roar! Oh, Sad Doggy. Okay, not anymore. The plays are kind of short. The crystal egg was longer, but I lost it. I wish I hadn't lost it. I wish I could, rewrite some of these so that they actually make sense. Like, try to turn the kid narrative into something interesting. Just as, a joke. Maybe I should do that sometime. Okay, the next play is called All Bunnies Home. Why am I still frowning? It's so weird. Oh, and we've barely taken up any time at all. I do want the stream to be around the size of my normal streams, but that might be impossible with how little reading material I have. Sorry, guys. All Bunnies Home. Characters. Okay, so we've got Silverwing, Seasick. Okay, Silverwing the bee, Seasick the elephant, Butterhead the bird, Rudy the dinosaur, Polystick the bunny. You see, the bunny was based on a stuffed animal I had that was just like a bunny on a stick. It's weird. Legless the bunny, who, as you can guess, has no legs. Hurricane the horse, Vanilla the ugly doll. No, Vania the ugly doll. Not Vanilla. And then the Snake Twins. Seasick, in cage. Get me out of here! Butterhead. Rose Cage. Okay, I'll get you out of prison. Snake Twins. Hey, why'd you land on us? Yeah, you landed on my head. Seasick. Can you help me get me out of here? Snake Twins. Okay. The Snake Twins tip the cage and try to open the lock. Snake Twin. I fit my tail through the lock. Elephant free does victory dance. Then the snakes go to the giant blueberry. Rudy. Roar! Butterhead. Think you are so scary. Flies up. Let's discuss this up here. Rudy. No way! I want to see if your head actually tastes like butter. Butterhead grabs Rudy and flies up with him. How about we discuss this over here? Butterhead. Well, I don't really have a Butterhead. Try a feather. Rudy. Yuck! Butterhead flies away. Butterhead hypnotizes the two snakes by playing the snake flute to tie them up in knots. Meanwhile, at the home with bunnies for disabilities, Holly peekaboo, peekaboo, peekaboo. Like this, somebody's knocking at the door. Rudy, where's Butterhead? I really want to bite her head off. Hurricane, a bee is chasing me! A bee is chasing me! Skunk disguise. She lifts her tail. She makes a foop to represent skunk spray. You see, foop was my word for fart when I was a kid. Silverwing. Yuck! Bunnies. Butterhead's right there. Seasick smacks Butterhead on the head with his tail. Seasick. Hey, there's a dinosaur. And everyone stampeded, leaving Butterhead in the dust with the dinosaur grasping his tail. Rudy. I have come to bite off your head. Butterhead. I would like to keep my head, but thanks for the offer. Rudy. Okay, then I'll bite off your foot. Butterhead. Please, just stop it. And he flies away, never to be seen again. Rudy runs after him, never to be seen again either. Rudy trails off, saying, Wait, maybe I'll bite your chest, or just one of your toes, or your ear? Please? Vania. Hey, is the dinosaur gone yet? Legolas. Yes, and it's the end of the story. For now. But I never got around to writing a sequel. Oh, I don't know why I called it All Bunnies Home. I mean, the bunnies barely played any importance in the story. It's weird. I was weird. Next up, we got some little fan fiction. Yeah, I was a little fanfic writer back then. I was really into My Little Pony, especially Generation 3. So I would write stories about the Gen 3 My Little Ponies. And, right. I've got two of them actually. The Glowing Flower Adventure and then the Seed Party. So I'm gonna read them both. There's also My Little Pony in Outland, but that's not very long. Okay. My Little Pony and the Glowing Flower Adventure. Chapter 1. One cold, snowy day in Ponyville. The ponies were in a meadow digging for flowers. Sweetie Belle shouted, Eureka! I found a flower that glows. Tularula said, I wonder where it comes from. Pinkie Pie shouted, This seems like an adventure. It seems like an adventure. I'll be the leader. We'll go in a balloon. We'll put one purse there, and it will be my purse, filled with different things. Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle will not go. You see, I watched this one My Little Pony special. It was called, like, the Twinkle Wish Adventure or something. I don't know. I'm not into My Little Pony anymore, of course, but back then, I just found her irritating, you know? I don't even know why, but I was sort of making fun of that special. Sweetie Belle said, I will be the leader. I have a great supply of food. We'll go in a boat. A big boat. Every pony pack. But because of Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie interrupting because they both wanted to be leader, it took a whole day for them to finish packing. The next day, they set off on the boat. So Sweetie Belle was the leader. While they ride on the boat, let's take a break and I'll ask some questions. What do you think will happen next? Sweetie Belle brought a huge quantity of food with them. And Star Song brought a lot of sonic silver to trade. She mined it all out. In fact, the ponies had to go to a separate mine just to get the sonic silver. Now, let's get back to the story. The boat was starting to sink. Is this the Titanic? Cried Scootaloo. Shirley said, Sweetie Belle, do something! Sweetie Belle did a tap dance. The boat kept sinking. Star Song said, Do something to save us, not a tap dance. Sweetie Belle took out the life preservers, then she hooked them together. The ponies climbed on. They pushed out of the boat just in time. When they came to shore, Pinkie Pie said it was the land of sweets. None of the ponies could find any flowers that glowed. But they did have delicious snacks. After thanking the Sugar Plum Fairy, Shirley said, I know where there are patches of flowers that look exactly like this. They are at heaven. I know that because my great-great-grandma sent a letter to me from heaven. Now let's take another pause. Think about it. There were really two questions. 1. Where did the flower come from? Well, I think we just went over that, but okay. And 2. What was that flower doing in Ponyville? Back to the story. Chapter 2. The ponies held on to Starsong's tail, and Starsong flew all the way to heaven. Scootaloo took out a map of heaven from the letter. And then I showed like a drawing of the map in the book. So you got pet heaven and not pet heaven. And, patches of glowing flowers. The ponies found a patch of flowers that glowed and took a bunch home. But when they exited heaven, the ponies were so cold that Sweetie Belle's food began to get frozen and stuck to their mouths. The ponies still rode back. Now there was one thing left to find out. What the heck was that flower doing in Ponyville? The ponies found a note on the flower Sweetie Belle found at the start of this book. The note said, "To Cheerily and Scootaloo, my loved ones, from your great-great-grandmother, Wildflower." Now let's take another pause. Why couldn't Cheerily have just said so about the flowers being in heaven when this journey had begun? Because she didn't have time with all the things going on, and she kind of forgot and didn't have time to say so herself. Back to the story. The ponies found a way to warm up the glow so that they would stay warm all winter, and they toasted the leaves like wiener sausages. Also, once a year, seeds came out of the flowers. When this happened, the ponies had a big planting party. They each got a seed. The end. And then I drew a bunch of pictures of the ponies planting stuff. I love seeds, lots of flowers, food, pots. Fat pony. Like literally her cutie mark has the word fat on it. Jeez, I was not a good kid. And then some little trucks of seeds. Yeah. That's the first one, and then we get to the seed party. I forgot it was called this planting party, but yeah, it's the seed party. And this one's a little different. This one reminds me, there are just, how there are those nice guys? You know what I'm talking about. Those nice guys who aren't really nice, but they act like they're nice, and they think they're nice. And then they get all mad when you don't date them, and then they're not nice at all. I mean, I haven't had an experience like that, but I've heard about it so many times, Well, this book has one of those nice guys in it. So I guess I was ahead of my time. Only in this book, though. Chapter 1. Crazy About Seeds. It was spring in Ponyville, and the ponies were munching on sunflower seeds. Pinkie Pie said, "These seeds are delicious." Sweetie Belle said, "I can make cake out of these seeds. It's called seed cake." All the ponies tried the sample of the seed cake. Starsong held up an invitation in gold letters. The invitation said, "You are invited to a seed party. To Starsong, from Piecrust." Yes, his name is Piecrust. Starsong said, "Not Piecrust. He sticks to me like glue ever since we met. But if I'm not going, he's going to run to me. So I might as well go." Sweetie Belle whispered to Pinkie Pie, "We'll secretly go, too. Starsong might get into real danger at the party." As Starsong went to the party, she asked herself, "Why are my footsteps repeating so many times when I've only walked a few steps?" Little did she know the ponies were following her. They were going in trash cans to see where Starsong was going next. Like, they were ducking into trash cans whenever she looked behind her. That's how I interpret it, anyway. Chapter 2. Not in Trouble. Yet. When they finally got to the seed party, Starsong had put on a wedding veil. It was made out of a napkin. She threw it into a trash can when nobody was looking. Now, let's take our first pause. What do you think Piecrust is going to do next? Looks like Pinkie Pie is signaling for another chapter. Chapter 3. The Questions and the Answers. Piecrust asked, "Where did the wedding veil go? I put my tuxedo on. I used all the money we raised selling chocolate chips." Starsong pointed her hoof, but the ponies didn't realize something until it was too late. Starsong was pointing directly at Rainbow Dash. When Piecrust saw Rainbow Dash, she began to lose interest in Starsong. "Oh, that perfect rainbow, except for that pink mane. And that bridal veil, it looks so perfect on you." You see, okay, I think how I interpreted this is Rainbow Dash was in the trash can that Starsong threw the thingamajig into, and now she's wearing the wedding veil? Right, wedding veil. Why is it called a seed party? Asked Rainbow Dash. Because it's the seed to our marriage, answered Piecrust. Oh God, I hate this guy. Piecrust said, oh, that beautiful bridal veil. Some careless Pegasus threw it away. Now we've got a useful chart of Starsong's madness level. It was pretty low when she had to go to a seed party with Piecrust, a little higher when she had to put a bridal veil on, even higher when she was forgotten about, and then almost to the brim when she was called a careless Pegasus. Chapter 4. Arguing at the most. As seen in the last chapter, Starsong is really mad. Let's see a script of what they say. Starsong, I'm not a careless Pegasus. Piecrust, R2. Rainbow Dash, stop arguing. Hulu, Chili is starving inside the trash can. Rainbow Dash, here, it's lettuce. Iceberg lettuce. What's random? Chili, gulp. Starsong, you meanie crust pie. Piecrust, my name is Piecrust. The party is ruined. Starsong, we finally agree, it's ruined. And I think it's ruined because of Rainbow Dash. Chapter 5. Cadance appears out of nowhere. There she was, Princess Mia Mora Cadenza. Cadance was making hearts with her horn. All of them liked each other again a lot. And it seemed like they had never argued. Sweetie Belle said, it's almost midnight. Let's go home. And from then to now, Starsong would not eat seeds. Rainbow Dash went exploring rainbows. Piecrust started inviting Scootaloo to a seed party, but she didn't go, because she knew what would happen. It would be exactly like Starsong's party. And they all wound up in the cliffs. And that's where our next story starts. But for now, the end. Okay. That was tiring and not as entertaining as I expected because it was so short. But hey, it was still pretty fun for me to do. Now let's get to the Q&A, shall we? Okay. Yeah, I was a weird little kid, a little MLP fanfic writer. Let me just check my Google form for the questions. I'm gonna close it right after the stream. Sorry, my computer is lagging so much. It gets all slow like this whenever I'm trying to stream. Huh? Okay, reload. It's not letting me open Google Drive. Okay, let's try this again. Hello, Google. Okay, Drive. Damn, this is taking forever. Okay, Q&A form. Oh dear, why am I doing this? My model's always so weird, especially when my computer's lagging. It's alright though. What's happening? It's still loading. What's going on? Okay, here we go. Now let's check the responses. Once they load. Jeez, why is this taking so long? My computer isn't even that old. It's like 4 years old. I got it like when I was 14. Okay, so we've got 4 questions. Great. Question number 1. Do you have a favorite animal? Well, there are a lot of animals I like. I think I'd say my favorite animal is a parrot. Maybe a conure. You know, those are like birds are just so intelligent. I love them so much. And they're so cute with their little feathers, and they go chirp chirp. That's why I've got 2 parakeets of my own, Troy and Artemis. They're really cute, even though they can be really loud sometimes. And sometimes you guys can hear them during the streams. They go all squawk, 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 and they're crazy. But they love each other, you know? Troy didn't even notice that there was another bird, like in the cage next to him, until one day they both got put in one cage. And then Troy suddenly realized, oh, that bird is another bird. And so now he's constantly talking to her, visiting her. Hey, and she loves him back, and it's really cute. It's really, really cute. Now, why did you decide to start streaming? Okay, so, I don't know really. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and it looked like fun. You know, I'd been watching a lot of Let's Plays and that sort of thing. And then after that, one day I was just randomly playing Minecraft, to be honest. And I realized I was really bad at it, but because I'm not good at Minecraft at all, or games like that, to be honest. But then I checked and, wow, I realized, hey, my failures could be pretty entertaining, actually, especially if I provide some interesting commentary along with them. So, I decided, oh, I guess I could stream. And so I set up my little account thingamajig and got all ready to stream. And then it's like, oh, you have to wait a day before you can do anything on YouTube, so I had to wait a day. But then I did a stream. And, you know, my early streams were really not that good, especially because of the mic quality. But I think I've done a better job with the audio quality now. I hope my failures in commentary are good. But I'm trying to improve. You know, sometimes I get really anxious, and it makes me feel bad, like during the stream, and I get all, well, I don't know. I'd like to play more Omori soon. Okay. Are there any YouTubers/VTubers I look up to? Well, there is one YouTuber. So this is going to sound weird, but, you guys ever heard of Failboat? Yeah, he mostly does Kirby nowadays, but he's done a lot of stuff. I think he started out with Minecraft, but I don't know, I more watch his recent videos, but he's just so funny. He's so entertaining, he always makes everyone smile, and I haven't really seen any scandals about him, so that should be good. I don't like scandalous creators. I want everyone to be, like, happy and good and stuff. So yeah, I'd say he's one of my inspirations. I like seeing what he does, like, he has this whole Animal Crossing thing where he goes to his viewers' islands. I'd love to do that sometime. And he's got this whole Miitopia series thing. He's just got really funny commentary. It's great. I hope I can be like him one day. And I'm not really trying to get anywhere with this streaming, but I don't know, it's just been really fun, and if I could expand, that would be great. If I don't, that's great too. You know, you guys are great. Okay, number 4. What motivated you to become a VTuber? Plus, how'd you choose this theme? Well, you see, for a while, I was just, normal YouTuber. Like, I only used my voice, no model, no camera. My parents, when I was younger, they were really overprotective when it came to internet. I wasn't allowed to have any social media at all. Like, all my friends had, like, Snapchat and stuff, but I wasn't allowed to have any of that. And at first I felt bad, but then I sort of lost interest in social media. And to be honest, it hasn't really interested me that much until recently. But I still for a long time they made me afraid to, use social media. They did not want my face on the internet at all. Like, when my friend was making a video, they were like, okay, but make sure Olivia's face is not in the video. Just don't point the camera at her at all. Just don't be in the video. And it made me feel like the internet was scary. And so at first I would just watch YouTube videos with, like, no sound. And then eventually my parents are like, oh, you can turn the sound on. And so I did. And for the longest time, I wouldn't let myself read YouTube comments or comment on videos because my Google account had my name on it. Oh wow, my voice is hoarse. Jeez, but my YouTube account had my name on it. So I was afraid for some reason that if people knew my name, they would like suddenly track me down. My parents just sort of instilled that fear in me, I guess. They were really overprotective back then. But they let me do stuff like this now. Well, now I don't need permission, now I'm an adult, but they approve of it now, and it's all good. Also, when I was a kid, what really got me into YouTube was, so, when I was a kid, I played this MMO called Animal Jam. I'm sure you remember it. It was actually pretty toxic, but there were all these, like, you could play as an animal and just hang out, play games, get little rare items. There was a ton of, people would hack each other's accounts to get rares. It was crazy. There was like the story mode where you could fight these things called the phantoms that were invading the animal country, but most people just hung out, and it was really fun. But I would watch Animal Jam YouTubers when I was younger. That was what really got me into YouTube and Let's Plays and all that stuff, so I guess I have to be grateful for that. I would watch. There was a lot of drama between the Animal Jam YouTubers. I don't know if it was fake drama or real drama or what, but the two I liked the most were Julian2 and Pepper. Those are the names I remember. Julian2 and Pepper. And then sometimes Wisteria Moon. I don't know how I remember all that stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. I wouldn't mind going back to Animal Jam for like a stream for like way back, like a nostalgia stream, but then I've heard of the stuff that the company is doing now with like NFTs and stuff, and it just like blockchain and yucky. That's like no, just no. Yeah, it's bad. So never going on there again. my throat's all hoarse. But yeah. As for what got me to be a VTuber. Oh right, I completely forgot the question. But yeah, at first I was just normal YouTuber, no camera because I was afraid to show my face online. And then one day I was like, I'd been looking at the VTuber models for a while, and I thought they looked cute, And I just love magical girls. I love the anime. I love the aesthetic. I love the subgenre. I love like all the anime, all the works, light and dark. Even the obscure ones like Six Hearts Princess. I love that one. And of course Nurse Angel Rirka, but you guys all know that if you know me. And so I decided that for my little YouTube account, I would be a magical girl. And fight the forces of evil with happiness. I want to make you guys all smile and be happy. I don't know. That sounds weird. But yeah. I think those are the questions I've done so far. Those were the questions on the Q&A forum. Does anyone in the chat have any questions? I'll just give you guys a minute. Why are my eyebrows like that? I just wanna... Yeah, better. If I just hold my eyebrows up, maybe I'll do better. Ooh, my voice is so tired, I don't know why. Okay, let's see. Question? How's day-to-day life for me? Well, I'd say it's pretty okay now that I'm not in school anymore. School was... ugh. I did not like school. I used to like it back in, like, elementary school. But as the years gone by, I sort of burned out after the pandemic. Like, before the pandemic, I was fine. I was taking honors classes, getting all A's. I was doing great in school, and then suddenly I just burned out over the pandemic. I stopped doing stuff. I didn't want to do anything anymore. I felt really bad, you know? and my grades plummeted. I stopped taking honors classes, well, mostly. I still took a few, but I wasn't taking like all honors core classes anymore like I used to. And I feel like I could have done all the honors classes if I just wasn't so lazy. And at the graduation, they were calling up students for like the academic awards, and I felt like I could have been one of those students if I wasn't so lazy. You know, I feel like I had potential, but then I wasted it. But to be honest, school just isn't for me. I was just sick of it by the end. It wasn't really helping me. They weren't making the right accommodations, and I don't know. I had a lot of mental health stuff at school, to be honest. But I feel a lot better now that I'm not at school. Oh wow, my voice is hoarse. But yeah, I feel a lot better, and I've been having some lazy days. I've been trying to write a lot, trying to just play some games, mostly write, yeah, and work on some projects. Yeah, school, it does. School is just so, ugh. But if you guys don't have any other questions, and my voice is getting really hoarse, I think I'm going to stop here. Because, oh, my voice. I don't even know why. Okay, I think I'll give you guys the credits. My model was made with Beerwood Studio, it was animated with VC Face, the thumbnails and banners were made with Canva, the eyes and hair were from Honey Rosie on Booth, the dress was from Pico P on Booth, and I hope you all have a magical day. And also, guys, thank you so much. This anniversary stream worked out so much better than my failed Halloween stream, and I chalk that up to viewer participation. Like, it makes things so much better when you guys are talking to me, you know? It makes me happy that you guys like my stuff. And, I don't know, it just really makes me happy. Thanks, guys.